Hey, it's your girl Riz. Thank you for stopping by. Thought I'd come with a little story time. Story time of my miracle baby that I had at the age of 41. Somebody said, wow, that's a long time. But let's start off. I hope you're having a blessed day. Yes, I had my one and only child at 41 years old. Growing up, I was active at an early age. And during that time, I always tried to get pregnant, but it never happened. Everybody around me in my era was getting pregnant, having, children, because in my era, that was the thing. Everybody was getting pregnant. And I tried, and I never got pregnant. My sister, who I love dearly, she had her first baby, and I took my niece as my child. I loved on her hard, so hard that we live together today. She will not let me move. We stuck together like glue. So, like I said, my sister had her at an early age, and I took her on to be my daughter. I mean, well, I didn't let her think that I was her mother, but my sister didn't have to worry about a babysitter because I had her. And I tried to get pregnant early. This is not to influence anyone to get pregnant early. I'm just sharing my story. I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with the Bible story with Hannah and Peninnah. Peninnah had children. She was blessed. Hannah, on the other hand, wanted children and couldn't have children. And I used to hate that story going to church, how they would talk about Hannah and Peninnah, and I was living in Hannah's lifestyle during the days of when I was trying to get pregnant in the 90s. I always hated that story. I love the Bible, but that was one of my stories I could do without. I would cry. I would be just jealous of my friends and family that were having babies and baby showers. And I didn't want it for that. I just wanted a child. So my husband, who I desired to be my baby's father when we were growing up, at the time, he proposed at 19, and I told him no because I wasn't ready to get married because we were both out there kicking it, as they used to say back in those days, kicking it. And during that time, we tried. We were off and on for years, and in 2013, June of 2013, I was at work, and I'm a spiritual person. So I was sitting on my bus. I was a school bus driver. I was sitting on my bus, and I was sitting in the driver's seat looking out the window. And as I was looking out the window, the Spirit spoke to me and said, "You're pregnant." And flashed before me walking with a belly, a pregnancy belly. I'm a big girl, so I already got a belly, but that's neither here nor there. I had the belly in this vision. So I went home. It was June of 2013. Like I said, I went home and I went to the store first. I bought a pregnancy test. Never been pregnant in my life. Didn't know what the symptoms of, beginning of pregnancy was. So I went and got a pregnancy test. The first two tests I got from Dollar Tree. No, I went to Dollar General. They were $1, so I got like 3 of them. I took one, came back, it was negative. So I said, okay, I'm going to go back again. The next day, took one. It was a faint line. Went back the third day, took one. it was positive. So I didn't believe it. I went to work and just was like, oh man, I didn't have my period. So I thought I did. I took one of those clear blue pregnancy tests and it came back positive. I'm sitting on the toilet like, oh my God. Now, mind you, I'm 41 years old. I've been bumping and grinding some years. So I had never, had the scare of pregnancy test. I had never felt morning sickness or anything. So the first person I called, everybody like, you called your baby daddy. No, I didn't call my baby daddy at the time. I called my sister because me and my sister shared everything. And I said, girl, guess what? I'm pregnant. She said, yeah, right. I said, I'm going to send you a picture of the test. So then I called her back. I said, well, do you think I should just take another test because I don't believe it? She said, no, girl, if it say you're pregnant, you're pregnant. So we was excited. So at the time, I don't think me and my husband were together. He was with somebody else. So I texted him on his phone. I said, hey, we need to talk. And he was like, okay, I'll call you. He called me and I said, guess what? I'm pregnant. He was like, yeah, right. Quit playing. You just trying to get me. I said, no, for real, I'm pregnant. And the next day I went over to his sister's house and showed him the test. He was still with who he was with. I didn't give him no ultimatum of, hey, I'm pregnant. You need to decide what you're going to do. You're going to either be with her or be with me. Because at that time, I really didn't care. But we got together. We started thinking about, hey, I remember this time we did this, we did that. We took a trip. Not really a trip because it was still in Nevada, but we took a little trip down to a hotel where we enjoyed each other, and we believe that's when. But he thinks I was already pregnant when we went down there, and that was in May. The spirit showed me in June that I was pregnant. So between the end of April, early part of May, somewhere, that's when my son was conceived. But I just wanted to say that for those that believe it's impossible, God will give you the desires of your heart. At 41 years old, I had my miracle son. My family was excited. Excited. Because here I am, 41 years old. A great mother figure to my nieces and nephews, to all of my little cousins that had their babies and needed a babysitter. Oh yeah, just bring them over here. I'll watch them. I'll do this. I'll do that. But when it was my turn to be a mother, honey, they was so excited. And I was too. And my husband, he still wasn't my husband. Took him, my son turned, he was born in 2014. My son was getting ready to turn 5. And my husband decided that we make it official, that we get married. So my son is at school. He's excited. He's telling everybody that, hey, my mama and daddy get married. My mama and daddy get married. And his teachers was buying us gifts and everything. But I got pregnant at 41. 41. My son is now 9 years old. If you know your math, you know how old I am. Could you imagine? But I thank God for my little niece. Well, not little niece, but my baby, my firstborn niece. She steps in when I can't. She takes care of activities with my son because right now I am down. And I don't use that as an excuse. I'm down, I have lupus and my legs swell and my feet swell. And sometimes I can't go. And she goes. But I thank God that I had my miracle baby, my one and only child. And I think when he was a baby, I wanted him to stay a baby forever. I was so blessed and happy to have my son, my baby. And what makes it so special to me, because like I said, my husband is like my high school sweetheart. So I always wanted us to have a child together, but I never wanted to be a baby mama. I didn't want him to be just my baby daddy. I didn't want that. I wanted a family because that's how I was raised. My mom and dad have been together for 50 years. And they had me. Then she had my sister. So I wanted to be a mom and dad, not just no baby daddy. I ain't want to be full of the drama, but even though I'm married, it still comes some drama every once in a while. But I thank God for allowing me to experience. I didn't have a natural birth. I had to have a C-section because of my age. I had no complications. I had a C-section. I went January 12th. He was born at 12:29 p.m. Even when I was getting ready to go into having him, I had a baby shower on January 11th, 2014. That night, I started having aches and pains, and I didn't know what was going on. And I was, having a little discharge. And I called my sister. I said, should I get in the shower? Should I take a bath? She said, fool, if you take a bath, you're going to have that baby in the bathtub. She said, go in there and sponge up, wipe yourself up, get the good parts, and go to the hospital. So my boyfriend then, baby daddy, was out with the fellas for his last night of before he come into fatherhood. Because I told him, when the baby born, the streets stop. No more hanging out. So he went and he came home, and I texted him. I said, hey, it's time. So he was tipsy, full of his package, at the hospital, toe up. If I can think to put a video in, if I still have it on this phone, because I changed phones. If I have it, I'll put a clip in if I learn how to do it. But I had my baby shower January the 11th. My son was born on January 12th, the next day. That was a blessing. And I love my son's birthday because my grandmother, my mom's mom, her birthday, thank you, Lord, her birthday is January 12th. I believe she just turned 91 or 92 years old, if I'm not mistaken. I believe she just turned 91, 92 years old, and she's still living, and we celebrate her birthday. And she has 2 other grandchildren that have the same birthday, so she has like 3 grandsons that have the same birthday as her. But ladies, I wanted to tell you that it is possible. If you go through all the other stuff that we have to go through of trying to conceive and sometimes dealing with loss, I want you to know that it's possible. Don't give up. It's okay to go to the doctor, but don't put your faith in the doctor. It can happen for you, just like it did for me. And I don't know why God was pressed for me to share my story, and I probably didn't share it the way that He wanted me to share it. But I want you to know that it's possible. You can have that baby or babies. Honey, now if He would have gave me twins, I would have had to go up there and be like, Lord, now I know I wanted a child, but I didn't want a double blessing. But never question God and what He does. And I thank God for my amazing family that has stuck by my side to help me be a mother, when in actuality I should be a grandmother at 50. But it's okay. It wasn't my time to be a mother at 15, 16 years old. It wasn't my time to be a mother at 19 when I was in love. Because He would have sent me through the ringer, girl. Ups and downs and heartaches. Because He was a player. Surprised He ain't got no outside babies other than the ones I know about. But that's none of your business. So I just wanted to say it's possible, and I love you. I hope you enjoyed this story time. Maybe I can come back and do it again. Take care.